What's up, guys? Chase fan number 9 here, and today I want to talk about yesterday's NASCAR Xfinity Series race, the Indiana 250. And before anyone says anything, don't act like you didn't see Kyle Busch winning the race coming, because you knew he was going to be hard to beat, especially when you have Justin Allgaier racing behind you and breathing down your neck. So, yeah. And I gotta tell you, the name Indiana 250, that has a classical name right there for a race. But anyways, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, Kyle Busch, not surprised for the fact that he won the pole for the race. And he had lots of cars to contend with. The Joe Gibbs car started 1, 2, 3. Brandon Jones second. Christopher Bell third. Gotta give credit to Brandon Jones for being up there and trying to compete for the win for once, regardless. But once the green flag flew, he fell to third, and he should just. It was cool for him to just keep it in one piece and just not do anything. But that all changed later. But we'll get into that later on. But yeah, the cars to beat today were none other than Kyle Busch, Justin Allgaier, Christopher Bell, and Tyler Reddick. And yeah, so that pretty much sums up everything. But anyways, so we went green and we went racing for 15 laps, and Kyle Busch, it's pretty obvious that he led, and it was all up until we saw Austin Dillon come to pit road, and I thought it was just a strategy thing. But it was not until later when they showed Dillon slowing on track. I'm like, why can't they just throw a caution anyway? Because they knew Dillon was not going to make it back, especially with the fuel pressure problems that he was having issues with. Because Dillon stopped on the track, therefore he instigated a caution, and yeah, Christopher Bell managed to take the lead there. I'd rather see Bell win a whole lot more than Kyle Busch. And from what I've heard recently, I heard that there's some people out there that don't like Christopher Bell, so that's, and from what I've seen recently, I guess it pretty much explains why. But anyways, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that. But anyways, we went back, and we were not even 5 laps into the run. We had another caution, but this time for David Starr's blown engine in turn 3, coming down the back stretch. It pretty much ended his day. And then after that, we went back racing, and some of the top guys pitted. Brandon Jones and Austin Cindric, who I believe pitted on the first caution, stayed out, and they managed to get a good restart, and they managed to hold off Kyle Busch, and with that, Brandon Jones wins stage 1. So kudos to them. So Jones and Cindric, I know some people don't like either driver, but I'd see them win a whole lot more than Kyle Busch. But Kyle Busch, I don't really care much. It's just like whatever. I hope that when he wins 100, he really means it. But yeah, but anyways, so after that, stage 2 happened, and we had some intense moments, especially the part where Gragson got up in the bell, which I don't think he really meant to do. It's just racing, and they were not the cause for Brandon Brown bringing out the next caution when simply Brown just got sideways in turn 3. I gotta give credit to the guys at Brandon Built Motorsports for getting that car back into contention and getting it back out there. But yeah, so that's why. Then we went racing to the end of stage 2, caution free, surprisingly. And by this point, Allgaier had led his first laps and has gotten the lead thanks to Kyle Busch's strategy by making some pit stops. Yeah, so he actually managed to stay out and win stage 2 ahead of everyone else. And so you get Junior Motorsports. Jeb Burton in that number 8 car was running as high as 2nd place, and I gotta give him credit for that. And yeah, can you imagine if Jeb Burton won this race? I'd rather see a part-time driver that's not a cup lead to win a whole lot more than Kyle Busch, like Jeb Burton. Yeah. So stage 3 happened. We made 14 laps in, and we had a caution for John Hunter Nemechek. So that was pretty much surprising. And also, from what I saw, the aero package gave off dirty air, and it was also hard to pass. But there were several passes for the lead, especially when Reddick and Bell got up there. Then on lap 84, when they were coming to the restart, Josh Williams, who I damn know knew that he was on older tires, stayed out. But I have to give him credit for moving out of the way, but it kind of screwed everything up behind. Also, I think Justin Haley stayed out too, but he didn't really do much. Justin Haley began backpedaling. But yeah. And then Cindric and Jones were racing so hard that funny that the drivers who finished 1, 2 in stage 1 got together, and Jones ended up getting the worst of it. So, but that was pretty much unfortunate for him, but it is what it is. And it's like Austin Cindric got DNF because of that. But yeah, Brandon Jones recovered the 6th, so good run for him. Yeah, and Austin Dillon, he did eventually get DNF because of the fuel pump issues that he was having, and I wasn't surprised that happened either. Yeah. Now we get to the wreck that I'll bet everyone wanted me to talk about, and that was the wreck involving Bell and Reddick. So, from what I saw, Bell got loose, which in turn caused Reddick to go sideways, and they overcorrected to the right, and they hit that outside wall coming off turn 2 really hard. Regardless if I like them or not, I don't wish for them to get hurt, especially after what happened to Hamlin in final practice yesterday. But hey, that's racing for me. But glad to see them talk it out first before it got worse from there. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, no, don't worry, nothing's wrong. It was glad to see. I gotta give. Well, first of all, aside from Reddick and Bell, Custer wasn't pretty much a factor. And Bell and Reddick were just racing hard for the lead, but it just all backfired on them. Otherwise, it was cool to see them get out of the car unscathed. But yeah, I also had to give credit to NASCAR for getting the track all fixed, because it only took 3 laps for them to clean that whole thing up. And then next thing you know, we were back to racing in no time. And of course, Kyle Busch had to get out in front of everybody else, but it was what it is. Yeah, Allgaier actually passed Busch for the lead earlier in the race before the end of stage 2, and Kyle Busch gave it to him. He should have done that in the final closing laps of the race, but Kyle Busch, and unfortunately, or should I say, because of the aero package for Xfinity, they weren't able to pass, and well, the second place guy couldn't get around the leader, and that Kyle Busch held off Justin Allgaier to win the Indiana 250. I was hoping for Busch to get DQ like what happened to Hamlin last week, but unfortunately, sometimes tech gods are not our best route towards sometimes. Yeah, but don't worry, Allgaier's got Las Vegas next week, and I think he's good at Vegas. He's done well there before, but yeah, unfortunate for those guys. So Kyle Busch wins the race, Justin Allgaier second. Noah Gragson, all three of the almost all the junior motorsports cars minus Michael Nett all got top 5. So good job, GRM cars. So Noah Gragson third. Jeb Burton ties his career best finish of 4th. Justin Haley 5th. Great run for him in that nice looking throwback scheme that could have ran Darlington, but it is what it is. It's a throwback to his grandfather's old cars. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Brandon Jones finished 6th, Cole Custer 7th, Chase Briscoe 8th. Good run for the Stewart-Haas guys. Austin Hill, like, you think after missing Daytona because of a mechanical issue, you come to Indianapolis and redeem yourself with a 9th place finish? You're gonna get somewhere someday, Austin Hill, with that. So good run. I expect more of this from you from now on. And Ryan Sieg, I never thought he'd get a top 10 at Indianapolis, but he did, and he kept it that way. So anyways, that pretty much wraps things up. And from what I saw too, Allgaier's locked into the playoffs thanks to his consistency over the last couple of weeks. So good job to him. Yeah, so we now have one race left until the Xfinity Series playoffs begins, and that's next week at Las Vegas. So yeah, but anyways, today it's the Cup Series, and I'm looking forward to it. Harvick is on pole at Paul Menard in 2nd. Johnson will start 5th, and that will do it for today's video. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell down below to get notifications for all my videos. And with that, I'll see you guys all in my next video. And until then, have a good one. Goodbye, everybody.